Last night, my girlfriend told me that she has been fantasizing about a certain guy. The problem is that this guy is a man who physically assaulted me outside a pub.
Hey, what's good, all my Me Appeal community? This your boy, the Dean. Classes in session, and we're going to do everything we possibly can through the man mindset building to come up with something to be able to help the greatest cure or the greatest disease out there that are affecting men today. And we're going to try everything we can to make sure that we give you guys a new perspective that goes against your reality and your mindset, because most of you guys are dealing with the disease of the modern male, and we're going to do everything we can in our power to make sure that you don't go through the things that most guys go through. What's going on, everybody? I'm the Dean. Classes in session. I want to give you all a shout out real quick. Let's get into this, man. We've talked about this before, and I know a lot of guys don't understand, but the worst thing you can do is sell your friends who get women to women when you don't get women. So let's look at this guy real quick and see what's happening and what's going on, and let's play it, and let's eat. Let's go. Let's get it.
Last night, my girlfriend told me that she has been fantasizing about a certain guy.
I don't mean to laugh, my bad. That shit ain't funny, man. Now, okay, so there are two levels of, or two kinds of different kinds of fantasies that people have when they have women. Now, it's men that have women that have different kind of fantasies than a woman that's with an average guy. You see, women that are with an actual man, the fantasy that they have is a woman either watching you with a woman, being with a woman, or the three of you together. But she's fantasizing about another man, and yet she's still his girlfriend. Let's continue.
Now, I wouldn't normally have a problem with my girlfriend fantasizing about anyone. You know, that's what it's like. And when you've been together for as long as we have, you do fantasize, and that's acceptable. That's okay. The problem is that this guy is a man who physically assaulted me outside a pub in Islington about 3
That shit ain't funny. All right, so she's fantasizing about the guy that beat his ass. But I'm gonna let this finish, because I mean, we got to break this down. But let's keep going.
months ago. He randomly attacked me and punched me, got me in a headlock, and I ended up with concussion and
Okay.
in hospital. Now, this guy was never found. Nobody knows what his name is or who he is. And my girlfriend had actually been the one who broke up the fight and called an ambulance for me. What I don't understand is why she finds that man arousing.
Okay, so this is a kind of a thing that if you, a lot of men that's watching this that have game, y'all know exactly where I'm going with this. What a lot of y'all guys don't understand is that women become intrigued by us because 9 times out of 10 you sell us to your woman and you don't even realize it. You know, I always tell my clients and people out there, once you become a man and you start to learn game and everything, you got to change the way you start to do things. You can no longer go to parties, gatherings, and get-togethers and game nights and all that other stuff, because the interaction you have with the women is going to trigger something. But it's not just the interaction you have with women, it's also the interaction that reinforces what a lot of guys have. Now, for a lot of guys out there that have friends that hang out with friends, you don't realize, if you're a ladies man and you're getting a lot of women, that individual is going around telling his wife or his girlfriend about you. I've had that happen several times. Well, yes, I fucked a lot of women that way. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And women that fantasize about me, and they fantasize about men that they are being told and talked about all the time. You see, women don't necessarily she doesn't want to be with this guy. It's that she just wants to fuck that guy, or see what it's like to be touched by that guy, see what it's like to be texted by that guy, to push a higher emotion. For all my drug aficionados out there, it's like a gateway. You like a vape pen to ecstasy to a mushroom to weed. They're like gateway drugs. And once you realize that the weed can have a higher effect on you, some people want to keep pushing the boundaries to see how that feels. So when a woman gets with an average guy, that's all she feels is average text messages, average touches, average everything. So when she sees more of an aggressive male that pummels the average guy that she's with, that she doesn't mean to actually want to be with that guy as far as a relationship. She just wants a dominating man that will put her face in a pillow and keep her ass up in the air and pop that ass and pull her hair and tell her shut the fuck up, spit on her, all the other stuff she might want to have happen to her. But you can tell this guy is broken because he can't understand why it happens. And a lot of guys can't understand it because a lot of guys think, okay, well, the good thing to do is be nice, be kind, be loving, be caring. And she's going to understand that to that level. Yes, she's going to be fine with that. But they will fantasize about the assholes, the jerks, and the guys out there. I always told you, if there's anybody you want to thank for all this stuff, as I told you before, and I always tell you guys on my shows, is Mickey Mouse. He's the one that created subconsciously the bad boy, the thing that she actually really wants. Well, she wants to date the good guy, live with the good guy, marry the good guy, and have her happily ever after with the good guy, while she's looking for that asshole that is going to set her straight, tell her what is, and be a straight up asshole. So, I just want y'all to know that, listen, if you are starting to get game and you start getting laced up and you're in the office telling some guy about the women that you're smashing, it was like me. I used to tell the guys about the women I was smashing upstairs. I told you about the game about how I would bring kolaches and donuts to the security guards. I mean, running game. So I can get access to those empty floors. So now I was messing with women. Instead of taking them to a hotel room at lunchtime, I just take them upstairs to like the 16th floor, whatever, and smash and shit. But when you go back and tell people about that stuff, some guys have to try to make themselves look better to their woman while sabotaging things by sitting around and saying how nasty you are, how many women you're fucking and all this stuff. And they'll give all the details to a point where the woman becomes to be curious. And the curiosity is just, we're having a family night, get-togethers, spades, whatever women conjure up. And hey, why don't you invite that asshole friend? Because I want to give him a piece of my mind. That's what they do. I want to give a piece of my mind. And once they do that, then they tell all their girlfriends about that. Remember that asshole guy I told you? He's coming. It's just like, that when you were the first, you remember the new girl at school type thing, and everybody's like, oh shit, there's a new girl, in elementary school type shit or junior high school. So it's the same exact thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run my mouth too much, but I want to give you some more clarity on that because it happens all the time. And he just can't understand why she wants to fuck the guy. But let's continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run my mouth so much. Here we go.
I just don't understand. Maybe some of the women on here could help me understand why she's thinking about this man.
Man, why the fuck are you asking women a question? I just told you the answer, man. A woman is not gonna A woman is not going to give that secret out. Women do not want to share that secret that they have a fantasy of being with a masculine man and everything like that. They're not going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you that she's wrong or something. You know how women are towards women.
And who really tried to harm me, who did harm me, who tried to kill me. What is that?
Well, and again, I don't think he tried to harm him, and she broke everything up. But the thing is, there was an adrenaline rush in her. Excuse my tongue tied, but ladies, y'all know why that is. Anyway, so there was a rush that happened in her, and that's what happens to a lot of women. But the thing is, a lot of women try to run away from that. Why do you think they are connected to soap operas and romance novels? Because the soap opera and the romance novel does the one thing that's happening here. It's the guy that she shouldn't be with. It's the guy that, oh my God, he's so bad. I shouldn't be with him. And that's why I tell all my guys out there, watch the Bridges of Madison County. I always give you that thing to watch, because if you'll notice, it's just a boring wife that is accepting her boring life. And then when somebody exciting comes along, it just draws new things out of her. So it's just something to think about, guys, when you start to learn game, that you got to be not necessarily careful who you talk to, but when you start to get invited to parties and everything, everybody's watching how you move, how you think. And sometimes your friend's wife is going to throw herself at you, or sometimes her friends' girlfriends are going to throw themselves at you to test you out, pass the information, and then have her come on the back end asking you, why would you fuck my friend and not me? Guys, there's so many things to this, but the important thing is that a lot of women will never tell you that truth. They will secretly fantasize about men, because the thing about a man, he's so rare nowadays that when she sees one in action and all that other stuff, it is something that makes her tingle on the inside, that bubbles up, because the more she tries to resist that feeling, the more it's going to pull her towards that feeling. So, gentlemen, it's just something to think about, okay, guys? But hey, if you got any more TikToks or anything like that, you want me to view everything, hit me up at demandmindset@gmail.com, demandmindset@gmail.com, demandmindset@gmail.com. All right, man, I'm going to go ahead and roll, man. Hey, man. Hey, guys, and just, hey, like I say, we're live and you need more stories and more questions about what I'm talking about. We can chop that shit up live on the air, man. Fuck with your